Geeks, what is good? Welcome to episode 68 of the Fight Geeks podcast. And we are back a week after UFC 300. It was a long night.
Essentially been a week.
We were watching prelims, staring at that timer countdown from 3 hours and all the way through to the last bell. So we had a long night, a great night. But for the week after, it's a week after. Everyone already has their reactions out. We've reacted on Instagram. We're going to try something new. We're going to call it Rapid Fire Reactions to UFC 300. We're going to give out one-word reactions to each fight on the card. And let's see if we have some interesting words in our vocabulary.
Yeah.
Let's see what words we can come up with for these fights. So I'm going to pull up the card right now. We're going to start on the early prelims. Oh, okay. Okay. First fight. Davison Figueiredo submits Cody Garbrandt.
Okay.
One word.
We're going to go 3, 2, 1 and then say it. Okay, ready?
No, each at a time because it will just be different words.
You think? All right, I'm going to say for...
Unless we're just doing good or bad.
For the Figgy fight, yeah, but we'll see.
I'll say good to every fight.
All right, no, I'm not saying
I actually liked every fight.
All right, guys, so...
Figgy
we're going to be doing
Garbrandt.
Rapid Fire. Figgy versus Garbrandt. I'm
one
saying
word
expected.
To explain it.
Expected.
Expected? Okay. You're going to be saying that a lot.
Expected.
All right, Cody versus Figgy. I'm going to say... one word to describe that besides expected. Like it honestly was expected. I'm gonna say letdown.
Letdown facts.
Considering I'm a Cody Garbrandt fan,
Cody was piecing him up, guys. But that's my one-word reaction. But Cody wasn't looking bad that fight necessarily. But
one-word reaction: vertigo.
Yeah, I just had to say a sentence about it. But next fight.
Yeah, one word, and then we'll kind of have a little rebuttal.
Yeah, I just want to say Cody didn't do bad. But.
Next fight: Bobby Green gets the decision over Jim Miller. One word to describe it.
Okay. I'm gonna say savage.
Yeah, I was gonna say something similar. I was gonna say brutal.
Yeah, it was.
And do you want to know why I didn't say war? Because it wasn't. It was just a beatdown of Jim Miller.
Well, it was a beatdown, but it also showed the side of the toughness of the classic saying when fighters get beat the piss out of them is they're so tough. But not really. He's tough as hell. Bobby's fighting style is sick.
Nails, as they say.
Basically had his hands down.
Brutal.
The whole
You said savage.
Yeah, good fight.
Brutal and savage, like straight up.
Good fight though.
All right, Jessica Andrade versus Marina Rodriguez.
Okay, I'm gonna say.
I might give 2 words to this one.
I'm gonna say sleeper.
Sleeper. Okay, I'm gonna say.
Wait, who was it for? Wait, actually,
I have 2 words.
I cut that. I did not say that in the pod. I forgot. This was actually a good fight.
Jessica Andrade beats Marina Rodriguez. Yeah. What do you got to say about this?
I'm gonna say 2 words too, since you are. Okay. I'm gonna say not bad. Not bad.
Okay, that's a good one. I'm gonna say female Nate Diaz. Did you see that photo?
But she was doing.
Did you see the photo? Marina Rodriguez is built like a Nate Diaz. Look at that. That is Nate Diaz with a wig.
She kind of does look like Nate Diaz.
That is Nate Diaz with
honestly,
a wig.
But I was watching this fight, even though she lost.
That was a good fight.
She's a beast. That was a cool fight.
So, yeah.
That was a
female
cool
Nate Diaz, not bad. Then the early prelims headliner, Jalen Turner, gets knocked out / technical knocked out by Renato.
I'm going to say...
Moicano.
I'm going to say...
Dude, I used to think it was Moiciano, but I was just reading it wrong. It's Moicano.
I'm going to say...
One word.
Unfortunate.
I'm going to say close. And the reason I say that is because Jalen Turner was so close.
If you saw the clip of him knocking that when he dropped Moiciano really bad,
and then just went.
He looks at the ref and goes, and he gets up and he's still stumbling. Like Jalen Turner 100% could have finished. He looks at the ref and says, "Why didn't you end it?" When Moiciano was literally standing up, it doesn't matter how dazed he is. If he's standing up, he's still in a fight.
Yeah.
And the reason I said, what did I say? What the fuck was my word, guys? The reason I said unfortunate was because he literally had the finish. And then...
Yeah, so yours was actually similar to mine. I said close.
Yeah, I mean, just to sell.
Like,
I mean, it is what it is.
Nice try, Jalen.
Good for Moiciano, though.
This was a great fight. Diego Lopez got the first round finish on Sadiq Youssef. This was fire.
My word
to open up the prelims,
is going to be potential.
Yeah, I'm gonna say future. Oh, sure. Like Diego Lopez, man, he's coming for featherweight. He's not going to be stopped.
Definitely savage. Not
like I actually mess with Diego a lot.
Yeah, I was riding Youssef knockout, but I was still rocking with Diego, guys. Don't get me wrong.
Oh shit!
It was for betting purposes.
The next fight kind of scares me, bro.
Oh gosh.
Kayla Harrison submitted Holly Holm.
Okay.
And it looks like she'll probably get a title fight, but one word. Women's bantamweight, Kayla Harrison.
I'm going to say abuse.
Abuse, yeah. Abuse is a good one, like straight up.
Like that?
I'm going to say Fluke.
How old is Holly Holm?
That's perfect timing.
She was born in 1981. So she's like
40.
46.
That's why I say Fluke. Kayla Harrison, that's a fake win. Guys. Obviously, she's going to be at the 46-year-old.
You saw Tom Brady at the end of his career?
I think Kayla Harrison still has a lot to prove.
Oh my gosh!
And the thing unfortunate is there's no one good enough to prove it.
That was an insane.
If Amanda Nunes was still here, she would beat the hell out of Kayla Harrison.
That was an insane debut.
Right?
But you want to know something I respect and actually didn't like after the fight? Side note on this fight, not even about the fight. Amanda Nunes posted a clip on Twitter after the fight. Kayla Harrison pretty much called out everyone but Amanda Nunes, and I thought that was respectful because Amanda Nunes is retired now, has a kid, and all that stuff.
Amanda Nunes was just like watching.
And I thought
TV.
she didn't do it out of respect. And then Amanda Nunes went and posted on the X that she was like, yeah, I know damn well you don't want to call me out. Good for media, but also like, yo, she probably didn't do that out of respect for you. Like, she respects you and shit. But yeah, not a bad fight. I agree with you. She's got a lot to prove, but she definitely looked pretty good.
Yeah, I don't think a win against Holly Holm is legitimate.
Next fight
for someone like her. So, Aljamain Sterling, Calvin Kattar. It was. I actually have a post going up later. Aljamain Sterling claimed this was the most dominant performance on UFC 300 for 3 rounds.
Yeah,
he just. I want to see ground control time.
Letdown.
Okay. I'm gonna say. Sterling versus. I'm gonna say. I'm honestly gonna say. I'm just gonna say average.
Guys, the reason I set up setting and
like it's just,
what did I say? I don't even care.
The reason I call it average, like yeah, you may be able to call me casual, but like it's a fight like this when you're hanging out with your friends watching fights where you kind of do some other shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and
like I'm sorry,
I 100% agree with you.
But we kind of did that.
I 100% agree with you.
We went to get food when this fight came on.
The reason I say letdown is because when you're watching this fight and you're thinking this is a former champ.
Yeah.
Going up a weight
class. I was hyped when it started.
And you got Aljo talking about it before the fight, saying, I'm going to make this look like Max Holloway versus Calvin Kattar, which if you don't know, that broke records for the most significant strikes in one fight thrown by a fighter ever. Max Holloway did that. Aljamain Sterling said he intends to make it look like that. And then to go out there and not make me yell once or say, oh, I didn't say, oh, he called him. No, I didn't do nothing. I didn't open my mouth that fight. And he got the win, and it was maybe it was the most dominant fight on the thing, but it just
this is a very fun fact, which it is impressive. He does say it's dominant. It was a dominant performance. This is impressive. Calvin Kattar, guess what? Guess how many significant strikes per minute average in his career?
How many?
5. Aljamain Sterling held him to 0.5 per minute. Wow. So that's a times 10, I think, right?
Damn.
I don't know, something like that, yeah.
But I think it's bullshit. I'm pretty sure all strikes on the ground count as significant.
I don't know, but it was a good performance. Obviously, Aljamain Sterling, he has a chance at featherweight now, which is cool. That brings us to the preliminary headliner and new rule. We both have to think of the word first, but like you don't, because I haven't been thinking of mine, and you've said yours, and it kind of just like I'm like, all right, he said that. That's kind of what I think it is.
I'll let you go first.
You know what I mean? Okay. Yuri Prohaska versus Alexander Sandar. Yuri Prohaska knocked out Alexander Rakic. One word to describe this fight, I would honestly say unexpected.
Unexpected? I'm going to
say unexpected. I did not expect Yuri to go that hard. He went crazy.
I'm going to say classic. Instant classic. I mean, you watch that.
Yeah, instant classic.
You're watching the fight and you're thinking Yuri's losing and you're thinking your parlay's messed up.
He was just absorbing strikes just to get more strikes.
He was absorbing until
He couldn't anymore.
His opponent couldn't do it anymore, and then he brought it, and he TKO'd him. And so, yeah, I'm going to say... What did I say? I always forget what I said.
Yeah, I don't know if you said a word yet.
I did.
Oh, you said classic.
Yeah, classic. Instant classic.
Speaking of classic, main card, boys. Oh, Bo Nichols submitted Cody Brunage in the first round. Or second round, I'm sorry. Kyle did tell me, he was like, yo, he's like, Bo Nickal by submission or knockout?
I know. It was a good pick.
Bo Nickal by submission or knockout. It cashed, and then I lost all the money on the next fight. But one word to describe this fight. Let me think of one. Okay. What do you got to say?
You go first.
Repetitive.
I'm going to say...
See, that's why we got to think of it at the same time, right? Because you see what I say. Like when I say something, you have to think of something that's not. I'm
trying to say, not good in one word.
Bad.
Bad. It was bad.
I don't think it was bad. I think it was just repetitive because we've seen Bo Nickal do this.
I think Rob Whittaker was right. I think we saw some holes there. Like he did not beat that guy's. Cody Brunage is an MMA vet. What is he like? 20-17 or something?
10-6.
Yeah, so he's a vet, dude. He's been in the game and
he got beat.
I don't know. Bo Nickal didn't look insane. But
that's why I say repetitive. We've seen Bo Nickal like that. We want to see a challenge.
We'll see.
Next up, Arman Saryukin gets the decision over Charles Oliveira. I have my word. Sad. Think of yours and then we'll say it. You say sad. I think tough, and that has two meanings. Tough. One, Saryukin is a tough.
Charles DuBronx.
Saryukin's a tough MF for surviving that choke, and that's a tough loss for Oliveira.
I mean, let's just basically unfortunately admit that he fucked up not taking the title shot, and his title shot days might be over. It hurts me to say.
Who, Arman?
No, Oliveira.
Oh, Oliveira. Yeah, I mean, next up for Oliveira might be like, they're saying maybe like a Gaethje rematch. It's like,
give him Gamrot. Feed that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Give him Gamrot.
Let him get a win off Gam. Okay, next up, we had the BMF fight. Max Holloway, buzzer beater knockout, Justin Gaethje. Insanity is my word. I was just saying it. It's insanity. Pure insanity.
I'm going to say...
Insanity, folks.
Shocker,
insanity.
Last second.
Crazy.
Insane. Just a fucking...
I think, yeah, I mean, either one of them could have landed one there and put someone else.
Being able to be up and do that, though, is just even more.
Yeah, right? He was up, and he said, let's run this.
Some people were saying 2-2. Those people are stupid.
No, I think it was like 4-1.
And even if it was 2-2, he just won the fifth round.
Yeah.
So,
doesn't matter.
Well, no, even without the knockout.
Yeah.
He just won that if there was no knockout. But that was good. Then
we had the women's strawweight fight. Wei Li Zhang. Is it Wei Li Zhang or Zhang Wei Li?
I'm gonna say confusing.
Confusing. Okay. I'm gonna say letdown. Is letdown's one word? Letdown. This was kind of a letdown. I was really hyped to see Zhang Wei Li get a finish.
I thought Zhang Wei Li. Now the reason I said fucking confusing is Zhang Wei Li not as good as we really, really think?
And is Tatiana Suarez gonna whoop her ass?
Yeah, right. No problem.
Nah, for some reason I thought Jan Ziona was gonna knock out Zhang Wei Li, so I don't really know what to say. But that was an okay fight. And the main event, Alex Pereira gets the first round knockout on Jamal Hill after the nut shot. Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna say karma.
I'm gonna say expected.
Classic.
I'm bringing it back to what you said in the first fight. Expected.
Classic fucking.
Realistically, all my hope for Jamal would win was just straight up hope. Classic. He's my favorite. He's one of my favorite fighters. I was like, yeah, he's gonna knock him out.
Dude,
that's why everyone was like.
Standard.
Obviously, Alex Pereira is gonna win.
It was
you know what I mean?
It was standard talk shit get hit.
Yeah. So, Pereira, congrats, bro, making history in every single minute he's in that octagon. And I think the last thing we have to just say. McGregor's back. McGregor is back. One word, and then to explain that word. We'll finish it off with one word to describe the McGregor announcement.
Emotional.
Emotional. Okay. I'm gonna say. My word's honestly is gonna be wow.
The reason I say emotional is because, guys, I'm gonna milk the frick out of this. I do think every time Conor steps into the octagon, especially after a leg break and his age. we have to be thankful. A lot of these guys aren't going to
be the last one.
And the biggest star in the UFC in combat sports history, I think we have to give him a good send off, and I do think it's going to be emotional, right? I mean, biggest star in the UFC is coming back yet again for like his third return. This time a little different. He broke his leg, and it's going to be it's just going to be so awesome to see Conor at press conferences in the octagon again, man. I'm going to be riding this one heavy. Sorry if you're not a fan. I'm a huge fan. I'm actually making the soundboards green, white,
and orange now. That would be actually
for it all. Because
what if we had that corner as a different color?
No, but in all seriousness, I love McGregor. If you guys don't, frick you, man. We're gonna ride it heavy. We're Conor guys, and I'm a Chandler guy too. I'm excited for the fight, regardless of.
Yeah, I was honestly.
I'm just excited.
A heavy Chandler fan. As soon as I'm gonna be honest, I didn't watch him in Bellator. But when he beat Dan Hooker, I was like, this dude is lit.
Yeah, when he knocked out.
But yeah, so my word. I just think wow because like wow.
You didn't think this was gonna. You didn't think this was gonna happen.
I thought it was gonna happen, but it's just like wow, it actually did happen. You know what I mean? Like there was a McGregor announcement, and we're here.
I am disrespected.
McGregor's fighting.
I'm disrespected that a Conor comeback was announced on a wrinkled piece of paper at
and
when I was sleeping. And you're gonna announce Conor's return. If Conor, I'm the biggest Conor fan, and you're telling me I didn't hear about his return until the morning. Oh hell no! On the biggest card of
notifications for Conor McGregor's life updates. But so that's fight hype. That fight's hype. We're honestly probably going to it. We just need like $10,000 more. So if any of you guys can donate us $10,000 so we can go to Vegas to watch Conor McGregor,
Conor's back.
Conor's back. We're gonna have next week. Next week might be. Wait, I think next week's predictions for 301.
Okay.
So we have the return of the King of Rio.
No, Conor's the King of Rio.
Conor's the King of Rio. He might be. All right, that was episode 68. Guess what next episode is?
Yes.
69.
I've been saying 69 for like 10 episodes, so whatever.
True. We're still above on followers and episodes, so we'll see you guys in episode 69. Have a great day.
Can you let us catch up?